moment. Can be played at multiple roles. Mostly it's 3-4-5. We don't see Batrider as mid anymore.
And yeah, when you ban out heroes like Oracle Lifestealer, it feels like they're setting up for a position 3 bat, but it could still go to the 4, like you're saying. It's still pretty dynamic. Tiny, you've already mentioned, while Nigma on the other side, Enchantress and Razor. Miracle had a pretty damn good Razor game yesterday as well, with what, Pipe into Aghanims with an Assault Cuirass. He was shredding towers. Enchantress for Kuroki is always a delight to see as well, and it could be flipped over to Mind Control if need be. Just so much early damage from Impetus, the ability to sustain in lane through healing, and of course picking up creeps to push towers a little faster. As OG Seed, a hero I've not seen in pro play for a little while. Grimstroke's come back.
This hero compared to other position 5s, even 4s, feels a bit weaker, at least in my book. If you compare Grimstroke to, let's say, Lich, Wyvern, Enchantress, AA, there's a huge difference with he offers. They don't have any
seconds remaining.
I couldn't necessarily pick Grimstroke just for his ulti, but you want to have some kind of targeted abilities that you can use during the ulti. Lasso is one. Tiny doesn't provide anything.
True. We could see, like, a Morphling or something for OG Seed, right? Madara loves the Morphling. Against Razor, we know Waveform to get away from Static Link, or even turn into Razor for Static Link is a real nice opportunity to have. And then you've got Adaptive Strike into the Grimstroke ulti, as well as, E-Blade and all that good damage flying in. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them go that direction, as Nigma grab up an Earthshaker now. So GH, likely his hero. Good counter initiation against Bat, against Grim. And like you're saying, the Grimstroke, not necessarily picked for his ulti, but it very often feels like you need to land some good ulti combos in a team fight to make the hero relevant. And Earthshaker can kind of stop that.
One of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Batrider first phase is you don't know where he's going to go. If he has a bad matchup, you're going to switch him to either position 4 or 5, but there's a lot of the heroes that kind of deal well with the Batrider. They banned out Lifestealer, they banned Oracle, there's still Phantom Lancer in the pool, there's still Weaver. They don't have that much lockdown, even though picking Weaver into Tiny and the Silence from Grimstroke could be tricky, but there's always an option.
Well, we'll see where OG Seed head now. Did we talk about the PA ban? Because that one was a little confusing. Oh, there's the Morphling.
That's a good call, Gary. Yeah, PA. That's the hero that I haven't seen throughout the qualifiers, at least in Europe. No one is picking it nor banning it.
I guess it's decent against Razor and Enchantress. Yeah,
it's a great Phantom Lancer game.
10 seconds.
Like, they have no AoE whatsoever. And Mana Burn against Morphling is always good to have. Mana Burn in general is just one of the best mechanics in Dota right now.
Yeah, the only hero you're really scared of it all is Tiny. But Phantom Lancer still seems pretty solid here. And we know that Nigma, just put it on Miracle. Probably one of his better heroes recently. That Phantom Lancer. Quick Diffusal Blade, get up in the faces of your opponents. Razor is also a pretty high-tempo, mid laner or pos 2. Does like to get involved in things from a pretty early point. Where's Nigma gonna head? They've got their 3, 5, and 2. Oh, maybe 4, 5, and 2. That's gonna be their 3 for Mind Control. It feels like they've been giving MC the puck in most of their games where they pick it. They seem to prefer Wii and Miracle on kind of agility heroes, right? They want these scaling heroes more often than not for their 2 proper carries, and then Mind Control plays the playmaker as he usually does.
It's a good pot game to start with. There's no reliable stun. Can dodge pretty much every single spell. And yeah, OGC, they are afraid of that Phantom Lancer that we were talking about. There's no answer for it. I mean, they still have the last pick, so they can adjust.
Final bans. Nigma, what do you want to get rid of? Batrider.
10
So Grim,
seconds remaining.
Grim, I feel like is going to go for Pexu. Tiny, potentially here
5
is Z
seconds
Freaks, but
remaining.
so's the Batrider. That's the real sticking point for me. Is like, where's Bat and where's Tiny going? We still don't know.
It's a good Slar game as well. They don't have any real lockdown for him. No burst damage besides Tiny. Also builds into the Fusel Blade, which Morphling hates to play against.
Dire team pick.
Meepo. Oh, just Chessie plays Meepo, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Solid ban. Meepo's so annoying to play against.
Radiant
Don't want any of that nonsense. Final Heroes AM. Mana Burn.
I was just looking at the hero list. You want to have hero that deals okay with the Batrider, so even if he uses a Firefly, you can just run away or get rid of the sticking up palm charges, and there weren't many left. Like Slark is okay, but he might get bullied first couple of levels. It's not
10
that
seconds
efficient
remaining.
because of the cooldown on Dark Pact. And once again, they're limited
5
in the
seconds
catch. They
remaining.
need some kind of silence/stun to deal with this Anti-Mage and Puck.
For sure. And the trouble being mainly these stuns and this, your hexes, your real guaranteed disables, they come from like position 4 or position 5 heroes. So they might have to shift things around, like have a Chessie Tiny, put Batrider in the off lane, have it like that, and think about like a Lion or a Shadow Shaman or something, just to get them that guaranteed lockdown. They're also pretty handy against Earthshake. Oh, they're just gonna go straight into a Viper, so flicking that switch and saying tempo time, we're gonna play as 4. Give Madara a little more time to farm on his Morphling to try and scale while we run at Nigma.
And they had few options where they could go. Dragonite was one, but then you play Dragonite into Razor, which is not an option. He was one of the heroes that deals well with the Puck, good stun against AM. They decided to go for a different route. Viper with the break against AM does well in the laning stage against Razor, and a lot of magical damage on side of Nigma at the moment. And Chessie, it feels like he's comfortable when he's playing Viper.
That's damn right. He
10
is
seconds remaining.
such an oppressive hero with a poison attack as well. We saw Chessie going like 4-0-4 build, treads into Maelstrom, just continually chasing people and doing that wonderful right-click damage that Viper can. So Miracle Anti-Mage. It's been a while for me. It's always a pleasure to watch the master perfecting his craft. And it's best of one, pretty important for them. Giving Miracle, his hero, really. Invoker AM were his real signature heroes for the longest time. It gives Nigma a real good chance in this game. OG Seed look pretty standard, though. Comfort picks or comfort draft all round.
I'm not sure if they can play fast enough to shut down the AM. So this game, when it goes past 30-minute mark, it's AM's game. So all they need to do on Nigma is try to stall, play with the other 4 heroes. AM will join a fight, use Mana Void if needed, and go back to farming. After he gets the Manta Style, he will gladly join a fight, farm another item, but tower damage is really limited on OG Seed.
Yeah,
I don't think they can win the game early enough. So that means AM will get the farm eventually.
Especially when Nigma have Earthshaker Puck as these two kind of teamfight controlling heroes. MC and GH should be in a pretty good spot this game, to get their Blink Daggers, to get their...
Prepare for battle.
MC's been going boots for travel on Puck, which has been pretty interesting to see. I want to see if he actually continues that item build where he goes like Brown Boots, Bassy, Windlace, 2 nulls or 3 nulls with a bottle. Then he gives his bottle to GH, buys Boots of Travel, and just like AFK farms side lane until he has Blink Dagger.
Having Boots of Travel in your off lane is fine if you can stall the game. Like if you just creep skip Puck after they changed the Vanning Rift, so it's a repositioning ability. it's still fine because it's even harder to catch right now, and at the moment, OG Seed is really limited on catch. Also, once they group up in front of the tower, you have Fisher and Puck. With his combo, it's gonna clear the whole creep wave. Nice block, but she's gonna eat the tree.
Oh, it's a big old battle down bottom, isn't it? Kuroki, that poison attack stacking up 5 into 6 into death, and Peksu gets his damage drained, but it's a 1-for-1. MC takes down Peksu, Chessie kills off Kuroki. Pretty good start there for OGC though, getting that first blood. Nigma will take the outpost, both outposts, as they get themselves some good spots to TP to, a bit of vision. And Bounty Rune's gonna go 2 for 2 though, very balanced.
Jesse already knowing what he's gonna play against on the Razor and mid buys Boots of Speed, so Static Link will not be that effective. He can easily run away. Same goes for Anti-Mage on the top lane, Quelling Blade, full Magic Wand, and 2 shared Tangos will bring some extra regen because he's definitely gonna need it.
Tries to go for the Static Link, does actually drain a decent amount of damage, but there, Chessie with the boots, like you're saying, just kind of walks it off. Watching these Observer Wards though, Radiant Vision, really aiming to protect this mid lane. As the Dire, 1 Observer Ward looking for the transition from bottom in towards mid. And outside of that, it feels like...
One thing you're scared of when you're playing against Tiny is always the back toss to the tower. That's why they have 2 Observer Wards watching the rune so he can control it and see any rotations coming out from Tiny.
And Razor doing very well so far. We at 4-2. Defeating Chessie in this early CS battle, getting some good harass in, a few good denies. Even with those boots, Viper having a few little struggles here in the mid lane. Out towards the top, Z-Freak dragging wave across the Tiny, just trying to get himself up to level 2. Zibe on the Batrider has to handle Kuroki, but Batrider can do this reasonably well with sticky napalm and the Firefly once he gets it up. Although we have been seeing Batriders go 2-1-0 build at level 3, getting that flame break early on for the nice little displacement, the pushback and the damage.
Yeah, it's a good ability since it's a set knockback, and with the Tiny you can really have a hero where you want him.
Yeah, play around with them.
Struggling on the mid lane. Only 3 CS. Razor is getting those static links off every single time, so he can't farm.
Yeah, it's looking to be really hard. I'm keeping my eyes on bottom lane because Madara nearly died down there, and GH and MC putting some real pressure on. Chessie is finally getting some damage onto Wii with a 2 points in poison attack now. He can start stacking up that damage. Salve back to full. And this is where Viper potentially turns the lane around, but it is still going to be a difficult journey for Chessie as, yeah, Static Link comes out again. Even with these boots, the Static Link is just so long, Chessie can't get away from it. Miracle.
That's a lot of harassment, but he has -1 damage on Viper at the moment.
5 stacks of poison attack, good stuff. Just can't do enough damage. He does have a salve and a mango to play around with here, Chessie. Morphling yet again very low on HP, but Courier should be bringing... Oh, look at that Fisher, nearly killed him off. Salve is arriving, but Mind Control will take down the Madara Morphling. Salve and Wraithband, they were coming in, but GH trying to go for Peksu. Quick little ink swell, sprint away, off towards your tier 2, get behind your creep wave. GH, do you have a mango? You got 2 mangoes, potentially a Fisher, trying to go for the enchant totem. Yeah, he gets it as well, beautifully done, as Mind Control killed off the Morphling Courier, which, did it have it? Yeah, it's Salve and Wraithband recipe down in the drain now.
So he has no regen for the next minute, unless Grimstroke brings some to the bottom lane. GH with Tranquil Boots will have enough regen, 2 mangoes to work with, so he doesn't have to go heal ever. Or, my god, they almost got him.
Oh, Kuroki dies mid as well. Z-Freak comes in with a rotation to help Chessie, and they managed to bring down the Enchantress. And what happened bottom? Morphling nearly died again?
Yeah, sadly, Vanning Rift was off cooldown for a second and a half.
Very close. OGC having some difficulties here in this early laning stage, and it's only going to get worse. Kuroki is TPing bottom. Enchantress with Impetus and Enchant. Or there's a stacked camp here as well. Centaur, Satyr. What are you going to take? What are you going to take, Kuro? Takes the Satyr, okay. Get a bit of extra damage in. Get those nukes going onto the Morphling as they do push him down to half HP. Strength Morph on. There's the Enchant Totem though. We've got a Mango into a Fissure. The Inkswell comes out, but Madara with no waveform. Difficult times ahead. Body blocked up by GH. The Impetus damage not quite enough with a final blast from the Satyr of Kuro. You are dead. And we has also killed off Chessie middle lane.
It seems like this game is falling apart, even though it's 1k lead. They're dying on the mid and the bottom lane. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Anti-Mage still on top of CS chart. Has enough money to buy almost full power treads.
Yeah, like your Batrider is 32 and 1, but his bottle, his stick, not going to be matching up against this AM, treads into Battle Fury, the speed at which Miracle will start to farm, especially when the other lanes are starting to collapse. You want this Batrider to have a decent early start, farm jungle a little bit, and then go and play. Batrider is a hero that plays with the strongest hero in the game.
Problem is, this Morphling is crippled in the laning stage. Compared to CS of Morph 13 to Anti-Mage is 37, and they kill him again. Nice. Fissure from GH, 3 points in static link, more than enough to bring him down. Also, CS-wise, man, everything's going well for Nigma.
Yeah, it really is. Like, you were watching Zibe now, pulling waves, farming jungle on his way through. This is the reason why he is top of the CS. It is very effective, efficient farming from the Batrider. We'll see what item decision he makes in the coming minutes. Boots of Travel could be an option. Blink Dagger. I just don't know what the item for Batrider is that makes him super, the strongest hero at a 10-minute mark. Is Courier bottom, picked off by Z-Freak. Oh, that GH's Courier, just in between tier 1 and tier 2. Madara trying to catch up a little bit now. 15 CS on Morph, 11 CS on the Viper. Madara's now being harassed and hounded by Kuroki as well. GH
this Batrider will need to start being active.
Static link into Fissure block. We taking a decent chunk of damage here from Chessie, but GH more than enough control and damage to bring down the Viper without losing Wii. It's super close.
HP.
Toss him. Yeah. Oh, nearly one more hit. Yeah, finally kill off that Wii Razor. Kill streak removed.
You should run.
I said the Batrider needs to be active. He comes, gets one hit on the Razor to finish him off. Sometimes it's all it takes.
Yeah, one hit's all you need. 1500 gold. Ooh, I missed that one. Mind Control solo killed by Madara. Peksu's full HP, full mana. I don't think he even used anything, honestly. Kuroki's getting... Yeah, it must have been Mind Control making a little slip up somewhere along the line. That's a nice little comeback for the Morphling then. After a real difficult laning stage, as they will find Kuroki. Avalanche toss into that Peksu Inkswell. Kill the Hellbear. Bonus 70 gold. Incoming GH with Mind Control. TP to the outpost. Orb jaunt forward, kill Peksu, but look man, Wii has yet again solo killed the Chessie Viper.
Because of that advantage that he had from the start, he always survives. That one extra raid band, one Fairy Fire, Magic Wand charges, it always keeps him alive.
Radiant are scanning.
It's already 1,000 network lead on the mid laners for Wii.
Oh,
Viper was
3K.
forced to use a lot of regen, a lot of mangoes to keep harassing, bring a couple of Sals and Tangos.
And what's GH doing? Are they looking for a courier? Morbid Mask is coming out to the Morphlings. That will be what he uses to try and farm a little more effectively in the jungle when he goes down there. But get that Fisher, even after the Phantom's Embrace was used to silence him up. So now the difficulty you have as OG Seed is see a bit of a better time in the mid lane. Z3 will be coming in from the north. The toss combo's there, and Chessie finally, with a little bit of help from his friends, will dragging people away from mid lane, but top lane Miracle is just completely free farming.
Chessie needs help at the moment. Oh, GH seems like he's just straight up dead. That's a lot of magical damage. Even uses Avalanche to secure the kill, which will get him closer to the Blink Dagger, and that's what they need. Boots of Travel purchased on Batrider, so he can take the Southern Shrine, so he can TP to that.
It's that easy. Does get off another counterspell though, and that lasso still drops.
He had the time to pop it.
Yeah, I think he did. He kind of turned around and got burnt to it. Peksu and Zippe both here with 4 stacks of napalm and what, a level 1 flame break? Yeah, level 1 flame break onto the Earth Shaker. That's a cough. When Mind Control with his triple null build will arrive into his top lane. Phantom's Embrace.